And good morning, Savannah and the Coastal Empire and the Low Country. It's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here at Coach's Corner on the Coach's Corner Soundgarden stage in front of the 975-inch TVs, doing my show like I do every week. I know the sun's coming in. I got to get some sort of device to block it, but you know what? It'll rise in about 10, 15 minutes. Then you can see my lovely face. But I want you to stay on. I don't want you to jump off. I want you to stay here because we got a great show. The Karl DeMasi Sports Report is brought to you by Coach's Corner right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's right. There's 4 shows on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Yours truly every Saturday morning, 9 to about 10:30. Wednesday night, 6 to 7. Usually during the Christmas holiday, it's been really tough. Okay, but we have Rubbin' and Grubbin' with the Atlanta man, Brandon Bain, and of course, the OG, the old guy, the old producer of Coach's Corner's Sports Network, Lawrence Bennett. I mean, this was his idea. I got kicked off the internet and the radio back in 2020, so I had to find a place to go, and I knew they were doing their show here, so I jumped on. Thank you, Lawrence Bennett. All right, so that's 2 shows that are live every week. 1 show once a year. First week of April, the Masters, the Herb Brothers with the 19th hole, Sean and Brent Herb. Go to YouTube, check it out. Great show. And then, of course, 1 podcast, the Who's on First Base Baseball podcast with the coach, Karl DeMasi, and, of course, the Baseball Fanatic. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Coach's Corner set up. They got a lot of parties going on. And if you want to get some meat for the holiday, for Christmas, let me get my little promo here. Okay, I had it up. Okay, so this is from John Hennis himself. You see the cook is out front. We're located on East Victory Drive here in Thunderbolt. The butts are hot and ready to go with the ribs. They're available. Brisket will be available after 5 o'clock today. That's today and tomorrow. You can get butts. You can get ribs. You can get brisket after 5 o'clock today. You don't have to cook, ladies. Husbands, give your wife an early Christmas Eve Christmas gift. Come get those hot butts right here at Coach's Corner. The smokers are going. John Henderson personally, he's got his little apron on, his little Scully hat on. He's ready to go. All right, great lineup today. So let's get to it. All right, intro, opener, talk about sports, what's going on here locally, college, and nationally. Quarter number 2. That's right, I play 5 quarters. Quarter number 2. Stuart Fife, Dr. Stuart Fife from Fife Therapy is going to come on and talk about how you can get your youngster ready for the spring sports season. He'll talk about anything from hydration to concussions to training. We got Stuart Fife at 9:15. It's a good sponsor of the Prep Sports Report and the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Okay, then Weatherington Chiropractic Clinic, athlete of the week, just signed Wednesday with his buddy Luke Cromenhawk to go play football at Georgia Southern. Would have the linebacker, the running back, Mr. All Everything, Mr. Athlete over at Benedictine Military School. Bryce Baker, that's quarter number 3, about 9:30. About 9:45, Calvary Day School. Girls basketball has been one of the best programs forever here under the leadership of Jackie Hamilton. Jackie Hamilton stepped down. We're going to talk to the new young gun. You probably know him because he was a basketball player at Windsor Forest. He's been around Savannah with basketball for a long time. Daniel Jackson, about 9:45. And then quarter number 5, or overtime, okay, I got my 3 videos, my 3 steps out the door, 3 videos. I got them up, people. I got it to work. And, of course, Karl's Corner, my editorial on something in sports. Okay, so let's go to the news notes. Hold it. We got a comment. We got 2 comments. Okay. Hey, you got a comment? Right there. You got it. The man himself. He's behind scenes. So if my mic goes off, my mic's hot, I'm not talking right, I don't have the volume up, my man, Lawrence Bennett, the OG, the producer of the Coach's Corner Sports Network, listening. Love you, Lawrence. Holiday, have fun with those grandkids. And then we got Lindsay Marie Quick checking in. Good morning, Coach. Good morning, Lindsay. Great that you could chime in. Still waiting for my number 1 fan, Dennis Ketzler, to jump on, but he will. So let's go to the news and notes right away. 3 steps in the door. High school first, not much hoops going on. Okay, last night, Johnson went to Valdosta, lost. This is the girls' side. Johnson lost 66-27. Bradwell beats Tift County 46-44 on the girls. On the boys' side, Jenkins is on the road again. Terry Hines and the Road Warriors, okay, beats Northeast 62-34. That's all I got for basketball. Rankings, we just got 2 teams ranked from the SandySpiels.com website. The Bryan County girls, 8-1. They lost their first game this week against Glen Academy. They're ranked 9th in Class A D1. And on the boys' side, 3 teams. We got 3 teams ranked, okay? We got Savannah High At number 4 in the boys section at 7-3, they beat Woodville in a game the other day. Woodville's ranked 6th. They're 11-1. And here we go. I told you the man would be here. The number 1 fan of the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, Dennis Kessler. Good morning, Dennis. Love for you joining me every week. And I know it's a great job. Yes, we're going to have Mr. Jackson on talking about Cavalier basketball. Hey, have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas. Thanks for tuning in like you do every week, Dennis. I really do appreciate it. All right. So that's in the high school scene, okay? Let me go to my banners here, okay? Here are the scores. Here's the ticker at the bottom. If you have a score, text me the score so I can get it on the ticker on the Prep Sports Report. That's right. The PrepSportsReport.com has a score ticker. But if I can't find the scores, if I can't get the scores, I need help, people. Not all coaches put all the stuff on Max Preps. And I know it bothers a lot of people in the media. There's no rosters. The schedule's got to be there. The only thing the coaches have to do with Georgia High School State Association is post the scores. And they don't do that right away. They don't have to put the rosters. They don't have to put the stats, even though it would be good for the local media. They don't have to do that. So you can help me out. So at the end of the ticker, you'll see, text me. My phone's on 24/7, 912-507-9158. That's 912-507-9158. Send me the scores, okay? College, Savannah State men's picked up 2 wins this week. They're 5-3. They're 4-1 in the SEAC. They defeated Tuskegee last Saturday, 62-75, and then they beat Spring Hill on Monday, 71-54. They're on spring break. I mean, yeah, the kids got to go spring break. Coach, slow down, Coach. Slow down, Coach. They're on winter break, okay? All right. They'll come back and they'll play January 4th at Lemoyne College. All right, the women's team also won 2 games. They defeated Tuskegee 60-51, and then they defeated Spring Hill 62-53. They're also 5-3, and they're 3-2 in the SEAC conference. They'll return to the court January 4th. They're on winter break against Lemoyne Owens away at 5:30. The men's play at 7:30. All right, USCB across the river, across the bridge. They got local talent. USC men's basketball, first season, they're off to a 7-1 start. Last Saturday, they beat New College of Florida 112-87. Up next, though, they start their Peach Bell Conference play, and they open up against Augusta University, who happens to have a point guard from St. Andrews named Zaire Edwards. It's going to be in South Carolina. It's at the USCB Rec Center there in Bluffton or Buford. So if you want to check it out, go check it out. All right. Then the ladies also off to a decent start. They got a lot of local talent there, too, from Savannah. They're 4-4. They defeated New College last week, 69-36. They'll also be playing Augusta next week, January 3rd. Okay, well, a week after. All right, at the USC Rec Center at 5:30. The men play at 7:30. College football, Georgia Southern just didn't look good last week against Ohio University, the Bobcats, in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. They lost 41-21, never can get their offense on track. They were down the whole game. Last night, Georgia Tech finished 7-6. They beat UCF, University of Central Florida, in the Gasparilla Bowl, 30-17. Now, if you didn't watch the game, they were down 14-0 after the first quarter. Haynes King, the quarterback, this kid was unbelievable. Threw a touchdown pass, ran for another score. They overcame a 14-point deficit. They beat UCF 30-17 in the Gasparilla Bowl. I love that, Gasparilla Bowl. Okay. King, who went 7 for 13, 87 yards passing, and ran for 89 yards, 12 carries. I mean, it was phenomenal, okay? The team gathered as a group at halftime after falling behind, and, they go out and they win the game 30-17. Local talent, Daquan Dowse, Calvary Day School, number 99. He had a big tackle in the game. The left guard, number 67, Joe Fusel from Richmond Hill. On one drive, they just kept on running behind him because he was blowing people out left and right. Good job, Georgia Tech. College football today. Okay, at 12 noon, ABC, Duke versus Troy. I don't know if he's going to get in the game, but Terry Simmons from Calvary Day School, number 56, is on the roster. Hopefully he'll get in the game. Then we got the Camilla Bowl. Northern Illinois versus Arkansas State. Number 1 for the Huskies, that's Northern Illinois, Antario Brown out of Beach. He was recruited by Southern California. He got a scholarship. Well, now he's playing for Northern Illinois. On the season, this young man has 187 carries, 1,164 yards, 13 TDs, 12 rushing, 1 passing, 12 o'clock ESPN. Northern Illinois' number 1, A.E. Beach High School, Ontario Brown. Then we got the Armed Forces Bowl at 3:30, Air Force James Madison. Then we got the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Georgia State versus Utah. Georgia State, another guy out of Calvary Day School. Number 56, Fuchsius Lewis will be playing. That's 3:30 on ESPN. Then we got the 68 Ventures Bowl, South Alabama versus Eastern Michigan. Then we at 7 o'clock, we got the Las Vegas Bowl at 7:30, Utah versus Northwestern. And then we got the Coastal Carolina Bowl. We have the Hawaii Bowl with Coastal Carolina and San Jose State and a young man from Jenkins, Noah Cash, who won the Finicaro Award from Jenkins, okay, a couple of years ago. He'll be playing at, not bad, from Savannah to Hawaii, okay? Georgia State, remember, today at 3:30, Georgia doesn't play Florida State till December 30th, okay? Let's get going here. All right, SCAD Bowling, they're at a tournament in, where is it? They'll be at their tournament in Las Vegas. The men went into it seeded first. They lost. They're in the losers bracket today. The women's finished third. They're in the losers bracket today. They'll be doing that. No, I'm sorry. It should be finished. Wrong typo on my part. So the men's and women's SCAD Bees bowling teams, who were national champions last year, okay, they were at the all-tournament team. No, that was the all-tournament team. Okay, where's my notes? Okay. They were out in Las Vegas, okay? Here it is, the Tier 1 Collegiate Shootout in Las Vegas Wednesday and Thursday, so they're back home now. Atlanta Braves, a ton of moves. They signed Matt Carpenter, give him a contract, and then they have to cut him, and they got to pay his contract. I don't know what that's all about. Falcons, just forget about the Falcons. They're winning 7-3 over the Panthers. Panthers, of course, Ritter throws a key interception. Panthers drive down the field. Sorry, they were winning 7-6. Panthers drive down the field. They kick a winning field goal with no time on the clock. The Falcons lose. Forget about the playoffs. They're 6-8. New Orleans and Tampa Bay are ahead of them. New Orleans lost the other night. I don't know. There's some scenario they still got a shot, okay? They'll be home Christmas Eve tomorrow against the Colts at 1 o'clock, okay? Almost got this all in. Hang in there, Stuart. One more to go, okay? The Hawks lost last night to Miami, 122-113. Trae Young is hot. Made history last night. His 6th consecutive game that he scored 30 points and had at least 10 assists. Unbelievable. He's tied with Oscar Robertson, the great Oscar Robertson from a long time ago. Also, Tiny Archibald and Michael Jordan have done that also. PGA, Harmon, and O'Neal are off. Savannah Bananas are sold out. First game in Houston at Minute Maid Park, sold out. Savannah Ghost Pirates had a game last night. I didn't get the score. They were 9-13-0, 9 wins, 13 losses in 10th place. Today, they're away at the Greenville Swamp Rabbits at 7 p.m. And don't forget, if you want to play semi-pro football, check out the Savannah Falcons semi-pro football team on Facebook. Their schedule is released. They need players. They need help in the front office. Check it out. All right, 3 minutes, I'll be back with the man himself. We're going to talk about how to get ready for the upcoming season. I got a lot of topics that this man, I want him to talk about. Jolly good chap he is. That's Dr. Stuart Fife from Fife Therapy. He's unbelievable. He knows his sports. He knows how to keep these safe. He's more proactive than waiting for the athlete to come into his establishment with an injury. 3.5 minutes. Stuart Fife. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Up next, getting ready for the spring season. Be right back. Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden. Now, more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting it equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering.
Weatherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Weatherington at the Weatherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, right here on the Coach's Corner stage, Soundgarden stage, presented by Coach's Corner every Saturday whenever I'm on. And I'm on 99% of the time. Like some people says, Coach, you going on this weekend? It's Christmas weekend. What are you doing? I'm being me. I want to be on the show. Don't forget, though, I got to plug this every segment I can chance, but we got a big Boston butt brisket ribs sale going on here at Coach's Corner. If you come by Victory Drive, you'll see the smokers right outside there in front of the sign. Remember, butts are hot and ready to go with the ribs, okay, right now. And the brisket will be available after 5 today, and everything will be ready tomorrow. So check it out, Coach's Corner. Come get your meal for Christmas Eve, for Christmas Day. John Henderson and the crew is working their butts off to make it a happy, merry Christmas. If your wife cooks, guys, make it happy for her. All right, first guest, okay? Always a pleasure to have this man on. He is an expert in the field of how to prevent injuries, even though everybody thinks that, physical therapists, orthopedics, doctors, they're waiting for the injured player. No, he's proactive, okay? He's been around here for over 25 years. It was pretty cool. I met this man when I had to get my knees scoped, and I went there for rehab. Here's a guy from England with an England accent. Here's a guy from New York with a New York accent, and we can understand each other. Nobody else could understand us, okay? So, he does a great job. He has his own business now, Fife Therapy, over there on Wall Terrace. Check it out. He does a great job, and he wants to help the kids. He doesn't want to see them injured. So right now, joining me on the Coach's Corner hot seat, the man himself, Stuart Fife. What's up, Stuart? How's it going?
Hey, Carl. How you doing? Merry Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas. What are you doing playing on that scrreen?
Trying to get the thing up that just went quiet. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay.
But yeah, I appreciate you coming on and appreciate the support. supporter of local sports here in Savannah, Georgia. He's a big soccer fan, and I love it that Italy beat him last time, but I never got my my winnings from that. But I'll get him one day for that. So
we're looking forward.
So, hey, happy holidays. How's everything going?
Everything's going good. Yeah. So December 7th was 30 years in Savannah.
30 years now. Yeah, I've been here 30, 35. So I got 5 years on you.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we talk about this every year, and I know you want to talk about it, how to prevent injuries, okay?
Yeah.
Now, the spring season's coming up. The soccer players, I see them over there out there on islands getting ready for it. Teams are getting ready for baseball, track, lacrosse. So what's your recommendations? What should these kids be doing for preseason conditioning?
Well, there's this. The article I pulled up behind just came out in December, and it's looking at IPPs. So IPPs are injury prevention programs, and the research is pretty clear that the injury prevention programs do work. We see reduced injury rates. However, despite the evidence showing us that they work, teams don't adopt them and stay compliant with them very often at all. There's a very low implementation of these IPPs. So this research did a different spin on it. They started to try and see how we could get coaches to buy into it more, even though the evidence says they're very effective. And what they looked at is teams, and the soccer teams that adopted an IPP, the injury prevention program, actually won more games. So we've proven that if you adopt an IPP, there's a higher possibility you're going to win more games and win more championships. So irrespective of the injuries, you're actually going to play better and have more winning games in the season. So the goal now is that with this information, that more coaches will actually pick it up and adopt it. So FIFA, this study looked at FIFA, the Football Association, looked at they have a program, it's 11 exercises called the FIFA 11, and I'll send you the link, Carl, so you can send it out. And that's the program that they've done. So it's basically about 10 exercises that takes about 20 minutes. And even doing those twice a week, we've seen a reduction in injury rates. And
so it's called the Injury Prevention Program.
IPPs, yes. They've been around for a while, but people just don't follow through with the programs. And we understand that, athletes feel strong. Nobody thinks they're going to get injured. They can run well, play well. Everybody thinks that's not going to happen to me. But that's just not the case. And if you're losing key players in the season because of injuries that we could actually have a big effect on just with some simple programs, we should do it. Even Fife Therapy, we sponsored Savannah United, and we've tried to implement a little change to their warm-up that hopefully all the teams are doing now, and hopefully we see reduced injury rates. Most of the programs are designed the program really needs to identify asymmetry. That's the big thing these programs look at. And when you see the program, and I'll send you the link, it's really identifying how well do people stand on one leg compared to the other leg, incorporating a few exercises and a core exercise. So even for your athletes right now, if athletes are watching, if they stood up and stood on one leg and then stood on the other leg, does it feel the same? And then can they stand on one leg and close their eyes? Seems pretty simple, but a lot of times one leg looks good, the other leg, it looks a little bit off. So even doing a simple test like that, you can identify an asymmetry. And most of these IPPs are simply trying to address the asymmetries that athletes have. And the problem is when athletes are in the weight room and doing things like Olympic lifting, deadlifts, squats, back squats, it's all bilateral. It's very hard for athletes to feel the asymmetry from one limb to another limb. But that would be the most basic thing a coach could screen his players at. Guys, let me all see stand on one leg. Okay? The guys who are wobbling, in trouble, especially if they wobble more on one side when they close their eyes, which should not be complex for an athlete. They should be able to do that quite easily. But you're going to find, even the audience right now, athletes struggle at it. We see it day in and day out in the clinic. So the IPPs are proven to work. It's not time consuming. It's about 20 minutes, which could easily be incorporated in some training sessions pre-season, and you're going to win more games. It's a no-brainer.
Well, send it to me because I'm really excited about this. And, everybody thinks that you have to be, you have to have this intense kind of evaluation. You just said it. Stand on one leg, close your eyes. If you can't stand on, there's something going on. I mean, how simple can it be? And I know you've been around a long time. And, I know, you've been here in Savannah for 30 years, but you've been a phys ed teacher. You've been a soccer player. You've been a soccer coach. What are the most common injuries that you see from these players because they're not properly prepared?
Well, obviously the knee injuries are probably the highest thing, ACLs and just basic knee injuries. And, turf gets blamed a lot for that because turf definitely has changed the injuries a little bit. But if you put an athlete with faulty biomechanics on turf, now you've made the risk even higher. So we can't eliminate contact injuries. That's going to happen in soccer. But the non-contact injuries where people are twisting ankles, tweaking knees that are non-contact, we can definitely have a big effect on that. So athletes need to pay attention when they have an asymmetry. Don't just brush over it. Athletes are masters at compensation. They'll get away with however the body is going to try and do the move. They'll get away with it and they'll adapt. So athletes can easily carry a compensation all season. But it's the compensation that's going to increase their injury risk. You're looking for symmetry between right and left. Whether, we hear athletes say things like, well, I kick more on my right leg, so that's stronger, or I stand, and it doesn't matter. If you close your eyes and stand on one leg, it should be the same. And I can almost guarantee you, tons of athletes now pre-season can't perform that well. But the
All
coach
right,
might,
I know it,
coach
and you know
might have
it because we're both in the same field. But for someone that's just a layperson, tell them what symmetry means.
it just basically means that when I stand on one leg, I shouldn't be working harder comparing the left to the right or the right to the left. It should be the same. But even my daughter, when she played high school soccer, both daughters, some of their preseason training was running up and down the steps at Memorial. And guess what happened? Preseason, we had 6 or 7 girls started having knee pain. Because to run up and down stairs preseason, you better have symmetrical control of your leg. So that's already an advanced exercise for somebody who can't balance on one leg very well. And then the coach's interpretation is, well, their knees are hurting because they're deconditioned. No, it's because they have an asymmetry. Running up and downstairs requires you to have good biomechanics. So, yeah, it might be good for your cardiovascular fitness pre-season, but it's not good for your biomechanics. And you definitely don't have athletes starting to have aches and pains pre-season training. It's a recipe for disaster when the season starts.
And if you're just tuning in, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the internets, Facebook Live, Karl DeMasi Facebook page, Karl DeMasi Sports Report Facebook page, Coach's Corner Facebook page, Twitter, YouTube. Check it out. I'm talking to the man himself, Dr. Stuart Fife from Fife Therapy, physical therapist at heart. But really at heart, he wants to prevent seeing these kids. And people don't believe it, but I'm telling you, the man does. I've known him for a long time. Now, we talk about strength and flexibility, but tell people that preseason doesn't mean start your weight training program and flexibility. They should have been doing this a long time ago, right?
Yeah, and ideally your preseason training is matching more what happens in the game. And I'll give you an example. Old school coaching is making kids run laps or run 2 miles or something before a training session. That doesn't really transfer over to the game. And actually that kind of training, you're going to lose the edge of the speed. People need to be doing speed work. That's applicable to soccer. That's going to carry over from that kind of preseason training. So a lot of it, the training should look a lot like the game. And then I'll also say coaches need to be careful, especially if you have club players playing at school. If your club players come off a tournament the weekend where they've played 3 or 4 games at the weekend, they actually need to take it a little bit easier at the beginning of the next week. You can't keep pushing. Now that's when we see more injuries too, is when there's an increase in load to the tissue that is not compensated for by rest. So if you're looking at 4-week cycles, ideally in a 4-week cycle, the load has been fairly consistent. If you have the club players that have had a big tournament, big games, and they come back to school and you kill them on Monday after school training session, you're increasing the athlete's risk of injury. That athlete needs to take it easier for a few days so that by the end of the week, the load is kind of balanced out again. So sometimes more is not better, and definitely pushing athletes to the point of fatigue. You have to be cautious because when fatigue kicks in, then injuries are going to go up. But yeah, I mean, it's such a tragedy when an athlete has a simple non-contact injury that could have been prevented with some simple exercises. And flexibility still gets a lot of publicity. Like when kids tweak stuff, the first thing people say, did you stretch before the game? And stretching's way, way, way less important than strength. Symmetrical strength. Is my right leg as strong as my left leg? That is much more preventative than stretching. And flexibility has a range. People, it's a normal distribution curve. Some players are very flexible, some players towards a little bit tight. It doesn't matter. If they're in the normal distribution, it doesn't matter. So flexibility, there's a whole range of what's normal. And so flexibility is much less important than strength balances. That trumps everything. So when pre-season and pre-training, athletes spend a lot of time stretching. They do a lot better for themselves following an IPP. And it's just simple 10 exercises done with no equipment. That's the whole purpose of these IPPs. They're trying to make it very uncomplicated, easy to apply, and some of the exercises you do together in pairs. But most of these programs, what they're looking at is ironing out difference between right and left sides. That's it. It's that basic and that simple.
All right. Anything else to wrap this up? We've already gone, believe it or not, 12 minutes strong. Anything else you'd like to tell the people who are watching or listening, or when I, post this again so people can watch the replay or the show?
Yeah, I know we've said it before, Carl, but the number one predictor of an injury is a previous injury. So when you tweak something in a game, like you tweaked your ankle and you've had to rest for a week and then you start going back to playing again, if that's not rehabbed correctly and you get the symmetry back, the risk of re-injury is a lot higher. So the predictor of injury is pre-injury or a previous injury. They have to be rehabbed. Even simple ankle sprains, the research has shown us that if people don't rehab it correctly and get back to single leg stance eyes closed, you might see a 40% increase of a re-injury later in the season, and it may not be the same body part. You might start with an ankle sprain, but then that same side you end up with a tweaked knee or a tweaked groin or something like that. So if you've had an injury, get it checked out, even if it's a minor injury. We're not going to see people long in physical therapy at all if they look pretty good. We're going to say, you look great. We'll test you on technology. You don't need to be here. Or we'll test you and say, you know what? We need to give you some stuff to do because your risk is already increased.
All right. Plug Five Therapy if they need to get in touch with you and get more information. I know you're going to send me the injury prevention program, 10 easy things to do before you start playing or practicing. How can they reach you?
Just Five Therapy. Just pop on the website. Our main number now is a text line. So you can just text us on the main line and we'll get the text straight away. We'll answer you straight away. And hope everyone has a great season. And if you do get a tweak, get it checked out. It's just. I
appreciate it, Stuart. Have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, and
Merry Christmas, Carl. Yeah, see ya.
As you always tell me, it's always a lot of fun, mate.
Yeah, man.
I'll talk to you later.
Yep. See you, Carl.
I'm telling you right now, the man knows his stuff, and if you want to get help, you need to go check him out. Check out Five Therapy online. Like you said, now you can just text them a question, text them information, text them you want to see him. They'll get back to you right away. It's a great service, and he's not there to just help the people who've had surgery or have injury. He's there to prevent injuries. That's his main goal. I've talked to him over the years about this. High school coach, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, lacrosse, and he always has something new and ongoing. And he's an expert on concussions too, which we didn't get even to touch on. So once again, I got to thank Stuart Fife for coming on. Up next, we're going to go to our Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from Benedictine Military School, Georgia Southern commit, Bryce Baker. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden, now with more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. Come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room. If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers, to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden, now more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day. Calvary Day School. And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, right here, live on the Coach's Corner stage at Coach's Corner, proud sponsor of the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Don't forget, they got a Boston butt sale. They got ribs. They got a brisket coming out. So let me get to my reminds, okay? I kept it on my phone. You know me. I'm old school, so I got to keeps on, doesn't stay on. Okay, so remember, Coach's Corner, Boston butts, ribs, brisket sale going on right now. The cookers are going. You can see the smoke flowing right there on East Victory Drive in front of Coach's Corner. The butts are hot and ready to go. So are the ribs. They're also available. And the brisket will be available after 5 o'clock today and for today and tomorrow. So go check it out. You need some holiday food. That's what they're looking for. Well, I got to be honest with you, people. That's why I had to play an extra commercial. I can't seem to find Bryce Baker. I just called him and I sent him the link and everything. But I really don't have Bryce on the line here. So, we got to talk a little bit about sports. I got to thank my friend Kevin Brown for jumping on. Okay. He said, good morning, Coach. Happy holidays. Same to you. A few thoughts. Yes, it was a very good night for Georgia Tech men's sports last night. The football team came back from being down 14-0. They wound up winning 30-17 over UCF. A lot of local flavor there. Daquan Downs, number 99 from Calvary, was a big part of that defense that stopped UCF after the first quarter. Then, of course, if you watched anything, you had to watch the left guard, number 67, Joe Fusel from Richmond Hill. This kid was a man eater. I mean, he was blowing people out. They kept on following him. I know the quarterback Haynes King was off the charts. Great win, okay? Yes, Kevin, the NCAA better get a handle on the NIL or college football, as my generation will basically be minor league. It'll be minor league. So it's getting out of control. The NIL, national name, image, likeness deal is good for these kids, but it's got to be controlled. I mean, because I agree with you. The money makes these kids go to other schools now. Now you got the transfer portal too, where they can go to the transfer portal. If they got an NIL deal, name, image, likeness deal, and it's a lot more than where they're at, why wouldn't you go in the transfer portal? So, yeah, it's getting out of control. It definitely is getting out of control. Same thing in baseball. I mean, Shohei Ohtani, $300 million. Okay? That's crazy. I think they say that's like $220 and a bat. That's not even in pitching. He's not going to pitch. And now we just signed the other pitcher from Japan. He got over $100 million. Okay? Yes, the fan experience at Enmark Arena for the Ghost Pirates hockey game is great. It's nothing like the Savannah Bananas, remember, because the ECHL, the Eastern Coast Hockey League, is run by the NHL. So the Ghost Pirates, if you put them on a minor league tier, you have the NHL, then you have the IHL, and then you have the ECHL. Okay? So it's minor league hockey, but it's good hockey. Don't forget, we got the Rumble in the Rink coming up next month, where we bring in the colleges, Georgia, Georgia Tech, Florida, Florida State. That's always a lot of fun. This is above that level. If you have not been to the Enmark Arena and you have not been involved in any Ghost Pirates games, I know they're 9-13. They didn't make the playoffs last year. They sell out every game. Savannah loves it. Hey, I got to be honest with you. There's a lot of transient people living here from the north. As they call over there in Hilton, they have the snowbirds coming from Ohio, coming from Illinois, coming from New York, New Jersey, okay? They come down here for the winter. It's great. I mean, it's great that we have professional hockey going strong. So, once again, if you're tuning in for Bryce Baker, for some reason the connection did not work. I don't know if his phone or his computer won't let him link into the show. If you got a comment about sports that you want to talk about, Kevin Brown, happy holidays. Love you, brother. Thanks for always checking in on Saturday mornings, okay? Kevin Brown used to be the baseball coach AD at Groves High School, did a great job. Now he's downtown as one of the assistant athletic directors, just does a great job with sports here in Savannah. And he's been here a long time, too. It's longer than me. I think he started in 1989 at Johnson High School. So, but that was his student teaching. He's not as old as me. I'm older than him. So, once again, happy birthday, Kevin, too. So check it out. But if you have a comment, you want to say something about sports, you got something to tell me about local sports that I don't know, hey, throw it at me. I mean, I don't know everything, okay? I'm a novice. My full-time job is a high school health physical education teacher and coach. And, I do this. I've been doing this since 2000. I've been doing the Prep Sports Report, took a little hiatus, got it back. Then, of course, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report started in 2010. I've been on the radio since 2003. I started out on Bill Edwards' Savannah Morning News Show at News Radio 1290 AM, and I think it's 97.7 now. And I did a 5-minute segment for the longest time, and then I started my own show, but I still kept on doing that too. So, I've been around the sports here in Savannah, Georgia, a long time. I guess the big thing, another thing I got to throw at you is that, we've had a lot of kids sign, and it's been pretty special. I've been trying to post a lot of stuff on the Prep Sports Report about the signings. So if you want to go to Prep Sports Report and check it out, remember, I'm a high school teacher, so I can't make all the signings, okay? I'm off this week, so I've been trying to go to all the signings. I went to Jenkins on Thursday. Sorry, where did I go? Oh, so Wednesday I was at Benedictine when Luke Cromenhawk and Bryce Baker made it official. Luke Cromenhawk going to Florida State. Bryce Baker going to Georgia Southern. Cromenhawk will be entering school in January. Then I went to Jenkins on Thursday when Lorenzo Cowan signed with University of Southern California, the USC Trojans, not USC Gamecocks. Okay, he was slated to go to Kentucky, but he flipped it because he felt that USC in California would be better for him. And then yesterday, I went over to Calvary for the big guy, tight end Mike Smith, making his commitment to South Carolina. Did not hesitate, did not flip. He stayed there, okay? But we've had some local football standout sign. Yesterday we also got on social media, Twitter, Austin Clemens, phenomenal year at Bryan County. This kid is all world. He's been on my show as the athlete of the week twice. In his junior year, he fractured his femur. And he came back this year to play a big role in Bryan County's run to the state semifinals. I said Bryce Baker from Benedictine, Georgia Southern, David Busey, South Carolina commit with Michael Smith from Savannah Christian, Elijah Thurman out of Bradwell going to Clemson. That kid's a man amongst boys. Jake Merklinger, he's been at Tennessee. He's early graduate from Calvary. He's been at Tennessee. He's practicing with Tennessee. I think, his father told me yesterday at Calvary, he ran a scout team yesterday already for the University of Tennessee. Jalen Hampton came up on social media this week. He's going to Western Kentucky. LaDon Bryan just came up. Benedictine, he's going to Northern Illinois. Lorenzo Cowan, I just said, University of Southern California. Luke Kromenhawk, Florida. And, of course, from Benedictine, and Mike Smith from Calvary going to the University of South Carolina. So, those are the kids that committed. We got Coach on. Coach is going to be coming up next. So let me go stop this right here. Let me go to the commercials. And Bryce Baker did not make it on. People, I will try to get him on before he leaves for college, if he's going in January, or before he graduates from Benedictine in May. But next up, we're going to talk to the man that's taking over for the legend, Jackie Hamilton, and his girls are on fire. That's right, the Lady Cavaliers, Cavalier Day School, one of the best girls programs in Savannah for the last 20 years, 30 years. Jackie Hamilton did a great job. Well, his right-hand man, Daniel Jackson, we all know Daniel Jackson. He's been in Savannah forever. He's a basketball player at Windsor Forest High School, and he's been involved in youth sports. He's been involved in camps, training. He does a great job. And if you want a coach watch a coach that is animated. Now, he's not trying to take the attention from the girls, okay? That's the way he is, and I love it. I love it. We got young blood getting these girls going, but he'll be on next on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. I'll be back in 3.5 minutes. Got to thank our sponsors with the man himself, the new head coach of the Lady Cavaliers, Daniel Jackson. He also has 5 other hats he wears, which we'll find out also. 5 hats that he wears.
Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere, so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers, to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden. Now, more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game
At
day.
Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, it comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. Come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room. If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back. Today's show is brought to you by Coach's Corner, right here on the Coach's Corner Soundgarden stage. No, I'm not going to sing for you. No, I'm not going to dance. I got a young man that I coached many years ago at St. Andrew's School walking in. If you're looking for the Boston Butts, they're in the front. Everything's going good? Yeah. We're live on the internet. So, but anyway, it's a lot of fun being here. There's going to be a party in here. It's going to be a packed house. You're here for the party too, I guess, right? Oh, he's playing. He's playing some music. So I won't sing for you. But anyway, you got to love it. Live radio, live internets. But I'm excited about this next guest. I've watched him grow for the past 8 seasons. He's been the assistant coach under the legendary, the man's a legend, Jackie Hamilton. He also, as being the head coach, assistant athletic director operations. I don't know what else he does, but there's 3 or 4 other hats he does. But, you know, he's got that touch. I mean, he just the kids gravitate to him. I mean, he's an energetic guy. And I know I said in my interview that he's very fun to watch, but he's into it. And that's what it's all about. And the program is his now. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. The Lady Cavaliers are off to a 7-0 start. They might have a little more games, but of course I'm going by Max Preps. That's where I get my information from. And he's doing a great job. And he's joining me now. He feels he's probably on the hot seat sometimes at Calvary Day School. The man himself, the new Lady Cavaliers head basketball coach, director of operations over there at Calvary Day School, and he's Savannian, Daniel Jackson. What's up, Coach?
How's it going, Coach? How are you?
Hey, it's Saturday morning. I'm talking sports. You can't beat it. So, I mean, just congratulations. I know you've been waiting patiently. You're following a legend. So, once again, great job so far, too.
I appreciate that. Definitely something special to be able to follow Coach Hamilton. What he did it for 18 years on the girls' side, over 30 years plus coaching, 400 plus wins that I'll never actually probably get to achieve in my coaching career. But it's been special so far.
Never say never, Daniel. Never say never. You know,
I don't know how long I can do it. I tease the kids with that all the time.
I stepped back, but I never said I was retired from coaching basketball. So, you know, the old ball coach might return. You know what I mean? So,
yes, sir.
Why girls basketball? I mean, you've been doing this for a long time, and a lot of people don't understand girls basketball because it's totally different than guys basketball. It's more fundamental. They'll run through the wall for you. So why girls basketball when, you know, you were that hot shot over there at Windsor Forest playing boys hoops?
Well, what happened was it was about, I want to say maybe about 15 years ago. A friend of ours, friend of the family, the Gordons over at Urban Christian Academy, they asked me to step in and help them with the girls program. And so I really started there. I didn't mind. And then from there, got to call Harold Nelson and Jason Shell. That's how I ended up over at Calvary, was with the boys for a little while. And then there was some changes being made. And then my guy, Hamilton, he said, hey, I want you to consider this, and never look back since.
Well, you're doing a great job. And am I right? You're off to a 7-0 start, or you got more wins under your belt?
7-0 start. Yes, sir. 7-0 start. We are, and everything is updated in Max Preps. I finalized all of that last week. So I'm trying to make sure we keep that up to date so that you guys have all access. Don't want to hide anything, especially from the recruiting side for our ladies.
Well, you can't hide anything anymore, because if they'll go to Huddle, they'll go to NFHS,
Yes.
National Federation
Yes.
High School Network. They'll get the information on you, so you can't hide it anymore. I don't know why people just can't keep on top of it. Even this old guy, learned how to do it. I think if I learned how to do it, anybody can do it. So, but okay, first question.
Sure.
You're stepping into Coach Hamilton's legendary big shoes. I mean, how have you prepared for this, and how have you kept that program just flowing the way that he did?
Well, actually, I haven't changed his touch much. When I first came in with Coach Hamilton, Natalie, Coach Ronald, shouts out to them as well. He was already, he had a very defensive-minded team. Of course, he will call the plays. But defensively, all I did was just bring my intensity to the program. And so we continue a lot of that now. I love versatility defensively. Yes, we're going to apply pressure, but I'm also the one that's on the other side of that. Hey, there are going to be teams that are going to give it to us as well. And so we have to be able to handle the pressure. If we can't, hey, it's a bad night for us.
All right. But so what I've just heard, you like Jackie's defensive style and the way he's coached
Absolutely.
that team. Are you just as funny as he is, as the girls would always tell me?
Sorry. No, I'm on camera. He's a hard act to follow. Some people would call it dry humor, but that guy has me laughing every day. I mean, that's my pickleball guy. I'm learning the process from him and Coach Kennedy. And so it's just a fun time with him. So I have my own element as well, that I have to kid and joke around with the kids just to be able to connect with them. They call me a troll if any of them are listening. So, but yeah, he's a hard act to follow.
Okay. So people don't know this. I've watched you for a long time, and I know you've only been you've been the assistant coach, but your ability to connect with the players is one of your strengths. Can you share your philosophy and how you do that? How you're so energetic and how you get these kids? I mean, that's a great strength to have there, Daniel.
What I look at it is the apple of the eye, as mentioned by the All Creator himself. And I see the individuals, and you don't have to have a special name, meaning that you don't belong to, you're not the child of Daniel Jackson. No one may know your family. And so I look for those kids. I try to connect with those who are easy to connect with, and those that are very hard to connect with. What I start with is just a pound or a high five throughout the hallway. Eventually, it just turns into a smile. And then before you know it, it's just a very authentic relationship at the day school, which is what we're really after. So that's my starting point. And so once we get to the court, it's even easier for me.
All right. I'm not going to let you get away with this.
Sure.
I mean, you know, and I know it. You're animated. Okay. How does your passion? How does your passion for this sport translate into, how do you focus on the game how do you make that connection? I mean, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. So how do you put both together, being that animated and still have your mind focused on what's going on in the game?
So I try to stay in it with the players. What I'm really after, and I've been longing for it for a long time, I want to have that player who's the extension of me out there where I don't have to talk as much. And so what I can see, because I am behind the scenes in the practices, I know the strengths and the weaknesses. I know that if I allow something to happen as small as this right here, if I don't get into that moment and say, hey, Molly, you have to shoot that shot. Come on, Molly, what are you doing? She may pass 1,000 times. It's what it is. So sometimes there is a balance that I have to find to be in the moment with them, but at the same time, not getting away from that full picture. Hey, what do we want to accomplish? So what I've been recently doing is, of course, as we all do, I break the game down into the 4 quarters, and we have team goals that we're after offensively and defensively each quarter. And then during the timeouts, if we get one during each quarter, I'll check the players and even check myself with the coaching staff and say, hey, where are we? Hey, are we close to our goal? If not, this is what we need to do. So, yes.
Coach after my own heart. The kids thought I was crazy. I said, you win each quarter.
Absolutely.
You don't let them score more than 10, 14 points a quarter. You're going to win the game.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely. That's it.
break it down into parts before you get to the whole. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the internets. I'm on Facebook Live, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, Coach's Corner, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, you name it. I can get on Instagram now, but I haven't figured out yet because I'm just a novice. But you're joining. I'm here with the head coach, the new head coach for the Calvary Day School Lady Cavaliers basketball program that has a history of basketball success. Now, you putting your own stamp on it. What's your long-term goals for this program? I know you said you can't foresee yourself getting 400 victories, but what's your goals for both on and off the court?
All right, so I'll start off the court first. I've really been after the gelling of our group of girls together above anything, because so much, you mentioned it, Instagram, Twitter, I'm going to go old school, say Facebook, Snapchat. The kids are involved in so much social wise. And so there are things that if we don't get ahead of it and keep them connected together, I mean, we'll find division very quick. So the small things that if we have a late practice, 5 to 7, after school, I might take the band and we'll be at the mall getting something to eat. We may even get back to school 5:30, but I really want them to enjoy the experience of that time together. So that's the off the court piece that I'm really after. We've been helped by Miss Coach Lorna Brown. She's our mental performance coach. Also, Mrs. Kay Brownlee, she came and did a session with us as well on personality types. So we've been really focused on off the court things to help us on the court. On the court, I just told them yesterday after watching them after a few practices that I believe that if we stay the course, we can get to a region championship game. Of course, I want to win the region championship, but they have to buy in all the way. So we're maybe about 80% there as far as buy-in, if I'm honest with you. So my first goal, region, get to the game first. It'd be nice to win it, and then we will fight all the way through to see how long we can get. But I will tell you, we have some great coaches in our program, high school and middle school, as well as the younger programs, that I do believe with the talent that we have and the discipline and the coaching staff that we have, that it is possible that after a few years, state championship. And I'm really threatening my girls that are watching now. I want one this year to be nice, but I know it takes time.
Hey, you got
Yes,
someone peeking in here. Natalie Paris Lee's checking up on you, buddy.
Hey, I always have a shirt ready for her whenever she's ready, and she knows it. Her and Hamilton.
So, all right, 2 quick questions. They got a gig going on here, so I got to get off this stage. Me on a stage. That's the first. All right. First question is, give some shout out to the girls really quick that have been standing out. I know you just had one of the players, Savannah Morning News Player of the Week.
Yeah, that's Zora Geiger. She's my brother, one of my best friends, my twin brother, Dancho Jackson, also AKA Mr. Basketball. But he calls her the X Factor. And we've been saying it for some time. She's so versatile, but so yet passive, nice. But she has that streak that we have to tug on. And she's a big time player in the making for us. She's long, wingy. She's even now bought into Daniel Jackson style. If you're open, you better shoot it. If not, come to the bench. So she's going to do very good things for us in the program. Also, Destiny Goodine. She's probably, if I'm fair, the most consistent, when we say that monster killer type attitude on the court, night in and night out. That's Destiny Goodine. And then the big surprise that started to make a run last year, Brianna Jones. She's really a complete player. Her package, ball handler, she can knock down the jumper, mid-range. She's a playmaker, which I fall in love with playmakers very quickly. I mean, you can all want to shoot the ball, make a few passes here and there, but she really has vision. Molly Smith, sharpshooter, as you all know. I'm just trying to work with her to develop the game. People are going to know your name. They already know you. They're going to close out to you. You have to be able to go by and drive and get to the bucket as well. So we've been working on that. And our 2 other younger players that I will shout out, they're sophomores. Damaris Shields, she's asked to do something that a lot of people are not willing to do every night, and that is bang on the inside. She's really not tall enough for post per se. She may be about 5'9", 5'10" if I give her an inch. So I work on guard skills with her. Confidence building has to come there to be able to put it out in the game. And then lastly, Amani Owens. She's the surprise. She has vision. She throws fastest to the post like we're back in the day when our coaches say, look inside first. And so she's even knocking down shots. So her confidence has really grown. And so that's just the group that I will hit on right now, not to take up too much time.
Well, a lot of people or a lot of coaches, the newer coaches, don't believe you got to go inside before you go outside. And, girls basketball has always been a tough thing to get the girls to get on the side. Get the ball into the post player. You got a post player, whether she's 5'9", 5'10", 5'11". But if she can do something around the basket, it's only going to make it beneficial for yourself. And
absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. So quickly. All right. Last question. All right. You've worn so many hats as a coach, a teacher, operations director now. What motivates you to dedicate yourself to this school, Calvary Day School, and the students? Why you like being there so much, Daniel?
I do spend a lot of time there.
But
I can tell you, I do. And hats off to my wife, Brittany Nicole, and my kid, Zoe. We call him Mooney Daniel III, and the little one, little Berkeley. They hold down the house and family life for me. So I really appreciate them. But Calvary has some phenomenal people there. Seriously, if we take away everything, I'll go hang out with them right now. Starting off with head of school, Dr. Chadwick. He's just one of those guys. He's just a great guy. You'll see him in the hallway every now and then. You may see him out, but he's very approachable. So him, head of high school, Mr. Pesci, he's my silent guy. People know that he means business. He means well, and he really has a heart for the kids that a lot of them don't get to see every day because they're behind the scenes. So he does so much for them. But I love the guy. I'll tell y'all a secret. I shedded some tears in the meeting with that guy, and I hadn't cried in about 6 to 7 years. So Doug Pesci, that's my man. And then, of course, in athletics, we have Ken Shaw, Philip Lee, Carswell, Taylor Smith, Scepter Brownlee. We have some very good people, Sandy Hunt. And so that Aaron Sheldon, those are the people that I want to say that when you go to work every day, you're happy to see. And then when I walk into that gym, I see Coach Sonny Noble first, Jackie Hamilton. So my day is already made when I see the special people that I look for every day. So that's the start of why I start there every day. And then when you see the students, some of them who I've already named, we just have a great time together throughout the hallways and in class.
Well, I look forward to watching you some more. I got to get over to some Calvary games. I don't think there's anything set up with St. Andrews, with Islands High School. So I got to get over there, watch some games. But once again, keep the great work. And I'll tell you right now, Calvary knows how lucky they are to have you there, because you can't find many young, energetic guys that make that school mean something to them. And that's how I first started out when I was in New York. I mean, the school meant everything to me. I had a wife that backed me. I lived at the school. So remember, behind every great coach is a great wife. You know that.
That's what they say.
And tell her I said
Sure.
Thank you for letting you come on. But once again, congratulations. Great job. And I'll be talking to you anytime you got something special. You got a kid you want to nominate, bring him on as the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete. Let me know. But happy holidays, and go get them.
Thank you. Have a great one.
You too, Daniel. Have fun.
Thank you.
You want a young, energetic coach? You got to watch Daniel Jackson. I know I've given him a hard time about his animated coach style, but he knows his stuff and he's really into it. All right, I'm not going to go to a commercial break. And Lawrence, if you're watching, you're going to be upset. I got to get off the stage because they got somebody coming in here set up to play music. They got a big party that's going to be going on. Don't forget, we got Boston butts, we got ribs, we got brisket being sold right here. I got to get my reminder again. All right, so Boston butts, ribs, brisket. The butts and the ribs are hot and ready to go, and the brisket will be ready after 5 o'clock. So make your wife's or your family's holiday experience a little more fun with great tasting food right here from Coach's Corner. The cookers are going strong. Stop by, pick them up. They got them going. And tell John Henson that the coach sent you. Give me some love here, okay?
All right, quickly, 3 steps out the door. This is what I do every week. We got to get out of here. Here are my 3 videos. First up, you got to love Steph Curry. He's been doing this for years.
Inside, no. Paul gathers it in. Clock at 3. Curry, 3. Oh,
oh, there's the meme.
what a shot.
Just catch and shoot, Steph Curry. Another, and he beat the Celtics on that one, which was even better for me. Okay, so anyway, last night, you got to give some love out there to Georgia Tech. All right, Haynes King was unbelievable. They were down 14-0, down 17-3, 17-10, and on this touchdown, they tied the game. Put it right on the money there, Haynes King.
Play fake. Here's King looking to throw. Coming back here to the near side. He's looking for Rutherford. Caught. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
That's really well done off of the play action. And I would say this too. Haynes King had run the ball a couple times in that.
Put it right in the breadbasket. And my third one, my third video, my 3 steps out the door, my 3 videos, has to go to this kid. This kid played at Calvary, played at South Effingham. He was phenomenal. 17-yard run against Marshall. He started out at Vanderbilt. Now he's at the University of Texas at San Antonio, okay? And that's Rocco Griffin. You know that name, Rocco Griffin. He's only a redshirt sophomore. He's got 2 more years to play.
Rocco Griffin up the middle, into the end zone, touchdown, UTSA, and they capitalize, cashing in on the turnover.
Adam Alexander with a big interception.
Just great when you see the local kids doing that. Don't forget today, we got Duke, we got Terry Simmons from Calvary, we got Georgia State, we got Fuchsius Lewis II. Who else we got? Northern Illinois, Ontario Brown from Beach. They'll be on TV today, okay? Last night, Daquan Dowse from Calvary Day School, number 99. Who else was there? Joe Fusel from Richmond Hill, the starting left guard for Georgia Tech. Then, of course, we got, Gavin Stewart, kicking off for Georgia Tech. Just a great night and a great bowl season. 'Tis the bowl season to watch our local guys. All right. Other than that, I got to get out of here, so I'm not going to give you Call's Corner. But like I said, every week, I appreciate you for watching, whether it's for 5, 10 minutes, or go watch the replay. I'm starting to learn how to break up the segments, so I'll put in the segments on because not everybody wants to watch the fast-talking Italian talk for an hour and a half. So remember, every Saturday morning from 9 until about 10:30, but I'm going to cut it short today. Right here, hold it, I got a comment. Lawrence Bennett. Thank you, Lawrence Bennett. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all your help. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for the Coach's Corner Sports Network. I love you, brother, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you, your family. I know you got a lot planned with your grandkids. So let me go back to what I was saying. 2 hours or the hour. Today was only an hour, the hour and a half. Always flies by quick. Thank you for listening, whether it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you may be doing. I'm going to be cutting up the clips. Go to my YouTube channel, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report YouTube channel. Subscribe. Help the coach out, okay? Remember, every Saturday morning from 9 to about 10:30, right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, you can listen to your source for Savannah area sports, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you're doing today or tomorrow. Like the next guy's going to come up and play some music. May you hit it out of the park. I know he's going to hit it out of the music, okay? Right, Hunter? Hunter Saucy coming on next, playing right here on the Soundgarden stage. I can't sing. We can leave that to Hunter, okay? And until I talk to you next week, like I said, happy holidays. Enjoy everything. Say a prayer for all what's going on in this crazy world. And hopefully next week will be your best week ever. God bless. Merry Christmas. I'm out of here. Sorry, Lawrence. Got to get out of here. They're kicking me off the stage. Peace out. They're not really kicking me off the stage. I'm just doing this courtesy. Talk to you guys later. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate.
Wrong ending.